Hello, my name is Fox and you're watching Den of Fools. Let's jump right in. In week 42 of 2023, we had 134 tournaments with a total of 2,628 players and a massive 10,010 games played. This week, the Space Marines topped the charts with 17 wins and 69 top 3 placings. Their weighted placing is 30, which is much higher than the 13.5 they got last week. This is the first week of the new Space Marine Codex seeing play. Players getting used to the new rules and experimenting with the new detachments could explain why they haven't won as many tournaments compared to the 26 they won last week. We also have a fair few more tournaments this week, although the majority were the smaller tournaments. The Tyranids see a resurgence, getting 15 wins and a weighted placing of 13.5, which is a lot better than the 46 they got last week. The performance of the Tyranids Codex has been swinging massively week on week, which could be an omen for the Space Marine Codex. With so many options compared to the indexes, it is perhaps expected that it will take players a significant amount of time to work out the new best lists. Chaos Space Marines are still performing well with 12 wins and the third best weighted placing at 13. They came first and second at this week's biggest tournament, the 190 player SoCal Open, which we will be covering in our next tournament spotlight. They also got the joint most big tournament wins, showing they are performing very well at the moment in terms of placings. Chaos Knights come next with 11 wins and the second best weighted placing of 10.4. This is a massive improvement on the weighted placing of 77 and the single win they got last week. They are quite clearly leagues ahead of their Imperial counterparts at the moment. The Eldari get 9 wins and 30 top 3 placings, with a weighted placing of 17.3. Their weighted placing has gone up considerably from the 7.3 they got last week. The wins are far more spread out amongst the factions this week, and I would estimate that a fair few of these came from Eldari, as they have the same number of top 3s as last week. The Orcs get 8 wins and a weighted placing of 15.4. They also won the joint most big tournaments alongside Chaos Space Marines. The Lees of Votan also get 8 wins, but a few less top 3s with 17. They do get the best weighted placing this week, with an impressive 10.1. Astra Militarum and Necrons are the last factions in blue, both getting 7 wins with the Guard getting 1 more top 3. They have a weighted placing of 22.4 and 23.4 respectively. Tau just miss out on blue with 6 wins and a weighted placing of 24.8. The Death Guard are also on 6 wins with 16 top 3 placings. Their weighted placing of 20.3 is significantly worse than the 12.4 they got last week. As they only have 1 less win this time out, their higher weighted placing must be down to more people playing Death Guard at tournaments. Imperial Knights and Chaos Demons are the last factions in green, both getting 4 wins and a weighted placing of 19.3 and 19.8 respectively. We see many of the same factions in yellow, who pick up a few wins. The Sisters perform the best in the group, with a weighted placing of 16.3, which is the exact same as last week. 25 factions managed at least 1 top 10 placing, with the Space Marines getting the most top 10s with a massive 238. Tyranids are in second with 95 top 10 placings, followed by Eldari in third with 82 top 10 placings. Unsurprisingly, the Space Marines are the most played faction with 19.41% of all players taking them. Tyranids are the second most popular faction on 7.72%, followed by Necrons in third on 6.24%. Eldari and Chaos Space Marines drop down in popularity, but they still get more top 10s than the third place Necrons. It takes our resident stats guru and Ultramarine fanboy Fearless Fox many hours to collect all the data. It would be great if you could show your appreciation by liking and sharing the video. It really helps us with the God algorithm of YouTube. We have grouped the win rates by colour, with the key at the bottom of the screen. The Eldari top the charts with a win rate of 59.7%. No wonder they managed to get the third most top 10s, despite only being the 5th most popular. The Lees of Votan are just outside the Goldilocks zone, with a win rate of 55.2%. They have had a dramatic turnaround, with them being the most improved army since the changes in my opinion. Chaos Space Marines are just inside the Goldilocks zone, with a win rate of 54.9%. They continue to perform very well indeed. The World Eaters win rate continues to rise. They are now on 54.5%. With the World Eaters putting in some good results, I'm sure the Christmas Battle Force with Angron will be rather popular. Adeptus Sororitas come next with a win rate of 54%, which is much better than the 43.2% they got last week. They have been winning some big events and placing well at others, which seemingly is finally being reflected in their win rate. Chaos Knights back up their good week in terms of winning tournaments, with a win rate of 53.6%. The Genestealer Cult's win rate of 52.5% is a slight increase on last week, although they are still struggling to convert them into tournament wins. The Orcs are the last full faction in green, with a win rate of 50.2%. They have dropped down slightly compared to previous weeks, however they are still stomping a good number of tournaments. Chaos Demons top the other group with a win rate of 49.5%, with the Grey Knights replicating last week's surprising increase in their win rate with 48.1%. We do see more factions in the Goldilocks zone this week, with the second most popular Tyranids on a win rate of 47.4%. Their most popular faction, Space Marines, are the last faction in the Goldilocks zone, with a win rate of 45.4%. The third most popular faction, Necrons, only manage a win rate of 42.9%, which would explain why they only came 8th in top 10 placings, despite being the third most popular. The Thousand Sons see a rather large drop in form, ending up in the red group with a win rate of 39.8%. The Eldari remain at the top, with a win rate of 58.2%. Chaos Space Marines remain in second place, with a win rate of 53.8%. They have increased their lead in second. I estimate they will hold on to it, at least until the next round of codexes are released. The Legions of Votann take third place after their good week. They are now on a win rate of 52.7%. The Orcs are close behind, with a win rate of 52.3%. Chaos Knights get a win rate of 51.4%. They have climbed up the rankings after successive good weeks. Likewise, the World Eaters improve, with a win rate of 51.2%. The Tau just remain in green, with a win rate of 50.8%. They did have a low win rate this week of 44.9%, which has caused them to drop behind. They are still winning tournaments despite a drop in their win rate. In my opinion, one reason for this could be that they are a high-skill faction, so a very good player can place highly, however a less experienced player may struggle. The second most popular faction, Tyranids, are on a win rate of 46.7%, with the third most popular faction, Necrons, just behind on 46.6%. The most popular faction, Space Marines, are on a win rate of 46.4%. We only see 3 full factions outside the Goldilocks zone since the balance change, which is showing a pretty healthy meta, albeit with some obvious issues still present. This is the first week of stats with the new Space Marine Codex, and as the chapters in blue only have 1 or 2 players, the White Scars top the win rates with 56.7%. The most popular chapter, the Dark Angels, come next, with a win rate of 50.3%. The Space Wolves top the yellow group with a win rate of 49.5%, followed by the third most popular chapter, the Black Templars, on 48.6%. The Iron Hands are the first chapter outside the Goldilocks zone, with a win rate of 44.8%. The Blood Angels get a 44% win rate, with the Imperial Fists on 43.9%. The Death Watch are on a win rate of 41.3%, with the Raven Guard just behind on a win rate of 41.2%. We see a lot of chapters in red this week, with the second most popular chapter, the Ultramarines, getting a win rate of 38%. The Salamanders are the only other chapter in red with a decent number of players. They get a win rate of 36%. I must say, I'm a little surprised that the Space Marine chapters have seen a drop in form now the Codex is seeing play. The nerf to Oath will make them significantly less potent, but personally I thought the points drops and new detachments would have been up for the nerf. This is the first week, and many players will have been playing their first tournament with the new rules. We'll have to wait and see, but I would expect there to be some movement when players have had a chance to work out their best units and attachments. The second most popular chapter, the Black Templars, top the Leviathan Part 2 win rates with 52.8%. The Space Wolves top the yellow group with a win rate of 48.7%. The Death Watch get a win rate of 48.1%, while the Iron Hands on a win rate of 47.1%. The most popular chapter, the Dark Angels, get a 46.8% win rate, followed by the Blood Angels on 45.1%. The Imperial Fists are the first chapter outside the Goldilocks zone, with a win rate of 44.5%. Phyllis's favourite Blue Boys and the third most popular chapter, the Ultramarines, come next, with a win rate of 43.6%. The Raven Guard get a win rate of 42.2%, followed by the Salamanders on 41.5%. The White Scars are at the bottom, with a win rate of 40.3%. This week, the majority of the Chaos Space Marine warbands are unknown, so we go straight into Leviathan so far. The Red Corsairs top the win rates with 63.4%, followed by the Alpha Legion with a win rate of 60.2%. The few fallen players rise up the rankings after a good week. They are now on a win rate of 57.1%. The Word Bearers get a win rate of 55.8%, followed by the most popular warband, the Black Legion, on 53.8%. The Night Lords are the last Legion in green, with a win rate of 50%. The Emperor's Children get a win rate of 48.6%, with the Iron Warriors on the bottom with 47.6%. It shows how well Chaos Space Marines are doing when the lowest ranking Legion is still in the Goldilocks zone. If you enjoyed our content, please subscribe, check out one of the videos on screen, and consider using our affiliate links in the description. Thank you for watching.